Today we're going to work on an introduction into falling. So we're going to learn how to do kind of a basic backwards fall and then sideways fall. You can do forwards. Those are pretty difficult and are not something that I'm even comfortable with doing, so we're not going to go there. There will be no sort of like flat back falling. These are both two ways to fall while dancing that are totally safe and are great ways to not injure yourself. So the first way we'll do is to the side. That's pretty easy. Basically all you're doing is there's two ways to do this. You can bring your leg out and then you kind of come down to there. I'll do that a little bit slower. So you'll basically be like, one leg will be coming into a lunge, down to a roll, and then you can just come right back up in that same way. You can also collapse, which is here and down. The other way, here, down. And those are the basic steps to falling in that kind of position. It looks a lot more like an actual fall while you're moving. So a lot of times you can walk and then you're down and up. You could even be sort of turning to come down. There's lots of ways to get into a side fall. But the key element that we're working with is you're falling to the side of your thigh. That is what is coming down. And you're not going to sort of straight knee fall. Usually if you're doing something where you're falling forward, you will catch yourself on your feet. But when you actually want to come down the ground, side of your thigh is a really great, easy way to minimize any damage. And depending on how hard you fall, you can bruise yourself, but you're not going to actually hurt yourself. Your knees do have to bend, so let me come over here. Practice with me. Just start walking around whatever your space is. Right now I'm in a little bit smaller space because I'm in my living room, but as you're walking, you can then kind of come down. So when you're just standing, the way I showed you was down and over. That's a little incorrect when you're actually moving into it, because when I fell, you kind of see me come here and down. So that leg came underneath, came this way for me to come down. That basically begins to eliminate the space between you and the floor. So I want you to try that a little bit. Just walk around your space, and when you feel like it, just fall. And you don't really want to do what I just did, which was hit my hand really quickly. You want your hands to come out a little bit further so that you have space to fall. When you put your hand down really fast, that does require you to come down onto that arm. So I would say really let this thigh become the space you're falling onto, and let your arms go out a little bit as you're falling. So let's try that a couple times. Just walking around the room, and then you can fall. When you come out of these falls, since you're on your side, you can just curl your body in to come up. You could keep rolling. These are pretty easy to then get out of. Your body isn't, the surface space that's on the ground is pretty movable because it's only a little bit. It's not your whole body on the ground. Let's try that one more time. Just walking around to then fall and come out of it some way. Cool. So the next fall we're going to kind of work on is a backwards fall. This is a little bit harder because while with the side falls, you have a lot more visual idea of where your body is going, where your weight is going. Also, I'm doing these really slowly for you guys. Falling tends to be pretty quick. I'm not going to try to show you a quick fall in this small space, but we will come back to that later. So this, I'm going to show it from the side so you can kind of see what my body's doing. It's very similar. There's a couple ways you can do this, but it's pretty similar to the side, where you can either come down like that, where you're almost shooting out. You can also tuck to come down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, similar to the side falling is your knees really need to bend. It's really hard to fall backwards straight. And it also helps move your core and your momentum through the lower portion of your body, so it doesn't stay up here and then you're falling from your torso, but you're really falling from your pelvis, and that's super helpful. Unlike the side falls where you have your arms to kind of go for, you are, for the most part, relying solely on your legs to keep you in position. You can stop yourself with your hands once you're on the floor, but if you're falling like this, you're putting momentum, you're taking it away from your pelvis, which is what's kind of going forward, and you're putting a lot of your balance in the top part of your body, which means that that momentum can't swoop down to bring you to the ground. You're falling this way instead of kind of swooping down. So you want your arms to come forward similarly to the way that your legs are coming forward, because that really helps your pelvis get to where it needs to go without falling over. So let's try that. Do the same thing we did for the side falls. Let's just walk around the space. Again, this is something you can do out of a jump down. You can walk into it. It's actually a lot easier to do a side fall out of walking, but you can be walking. Sometimes I like to do a swing into a back fall. But I want you to take a minute, kind of walk around your space, see how it feels for that momentum to go backwards, because while we're walking, our momentum tends to come forward from our pelvis and then suddenly has to come back. So maybe play with what you have to do to get it to go backwards. So you need to do something like a jump and down. Do you need to swing and then come down? Just sort of play with that. I'm going to get some water. Ignore my dog barking. So, now we have sort of a basis for these two falls. I want you to take a little bit more time to really play with what is the easiest way to get into that position. And you really want to be focusing on not just sort of falling and collapsing. That is something that we can come to later, which is really fun. But you really need to know beforehand what the structure of a fall is before you can kind of just go into a lot more lackadaisical falling. So I want you to take this time and really play with both the side falling and the back falling and see what's the easiest for you to get into it, what feels the best. Like a jump, I'm not a huge fan of jumping, but it feels really nice to go into a back fall. Whereas here, back, I would say, is the easiest for me. And try that out with both. Please, be careful of the space that you're in. I'm in my living room, so I'm doing it a little bit slower. But I would say start out walking, walk around your space. As you're walking, kind of just, you can start to dance. You can just sort of move your body a little bit differently. See what feels good. Maybe turn and fall. And then bring yourself back up into the walking somehow. Keep doing it. And I'm going back and then up, back into my walking. Kind of just play with different ways to get into both the side and the back fall. And I'll give you 30-ish more seconds to do that. I really like the turn into a side fall. That feels very nice. And once you found some ways to fall that are comfortable and fun for you over this next week, I want you to keep practicing them because maybe next week, I haven't quite decided, we can work on some momentum to the ground instead of just momentum leading us, but momentum taking us somewhere. Well, thank you so much. Have a good week.